and it seems highly likely that this edition could well be Secret Weapon 9. Well, it's safe to say I've done a good couple of videos recently about Thorpe Park's new roller coaster, and it seems we're now getting another one. That's right, it seems as if absolute deja vu is going down at Alton Towers, because earlier this morning, when I was admittedly still asleep, it has come to everyone's attention that local residents have had a leaflet posted through their doors inviting them to a consultation regarding a potential new indoor ride at Alton Towers. And it seems highly likely that this edition could well be Secret Weapon 9, the park's next big roller coaster. Now, admittedly, there's not too much we know about this ride so far. Alton Towers have been renowned historically to be quite secretive about their upcoming rides and attractions in comparison to other parks. However, I'm here to tell you everything you need to know and speculate a little bit. I've just realised I forgot to put the ThrillNet logo back on that screen. That's how much I'm rushing this massive news. Now, the proposed ride is set to be located in an area of the park that enthusiasts call Coaster Corner, and the reason for that is because it's housed a number of past Alton Towers roller coasters, such as the Alton Mouse, which was a wild mouse ride at the park many years ago. To put it simply, this is an area of the park located close by to the World of David Walliams, the Alton Towers Dungeon, the Cuckoo Cars Driving School and Burger Kitchen that a lot of you probably won't be familiar with because we've not seen any attractions there in a very long while. The exciting thing is though, is that it's actually a pretty big area. Shout out to Towers Times who dropped this news firsthand. What they have done is they've actually photoshopped a picture of the Smiler on top of this proposed area just to demonstrate how large it is. With this being an indoor attraction, we can assume that it's either going to be a roller coaster, aka SW9, or a dark ride, and I personally think it's going to be a roller coaster. There's already going to be a couple of new dark rides coming to Alton Towers within the next couple of years, and the reason we know that is because recently a chalkboard appeared at the end of Jewel indicating that the Jewel is over on 06 plus 09, which we all assume means that Jewel is going to be closing on the 6th of the 9th, aka the 6th of September. There's also been a lot of activity this season around the Nemesis Subterra site in Forbidden Valley, Nemesis Subterra being an old dark ride, so we can assume that that's going to be making some form of return. So that's already 2 potential new dark rides at the park in the next couple of years. Therefore, with that in mind, I just can't see Alton Towers installing another dark ride. I am aware that Hex has been closed the majority of this season, therefore people are assuming that that may be being retired, which would obviously mean one less dark ride in the park. However, if they replace that with Nemesis Subterra and put an amazing experience in the Jewel building, I don't think it's too big a deal. An indoor roller coaster, on the other hand, would be something amazing for the resort because indoor roller coasters are a rarity in the UK. The only really other operational one we have now is the Walking Dead The Ride down at Thorpe Park, and as much as people hate on that a lot because apparently X that was there before it, another indoor coaster, was a lot better, overall I personally thought the Walking Dead The Ride was a really good overall experience. And the same can be said for other indoor roller coasters I've done, such as Space Mountain at both Disneyland Park in Disneyland Paris and the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World, Rock and Roller Coaster at both Walt Disney Studios and Disney's Hollywood Studios in Paris and Orlando respectively. So yeah, it's safe to say that I'm really intrigued, I'm really excited if this is set to be an indoor roller coaster. And in terms of the theme, I may well be wrong, but I feel like that the World of David Walliams is going to be expanded upon and that is going to be incorporated into it. I could well be wrong. The World of David Walliams may be extended and this coaster has nothing to do with it. I mean, we've seen Merlin do that before. They introduced Angry Birds Land in the middle of Amity at Thorpe Park and split Amity in half, so Stealth is essentially still classed as Amity, even though you have to walk through Angry Birds Land to get to it. They didn't retheme that. But yeah, that just doesn't seem like the most logical option. There's been a lot of rumours, and I think it's highly likely due to its success. I mean, we look at Gangster Granny, it always gets a huge queue, that the World of David Walliams would be expanded upon and that we're going to get a new coaster filmed to goodness knows what. There's so many scenarios in the David Walliams books they could incorporate a coaster experience into. In terms of the manufacturer for this coaster and the coaster type, which I'm sure is what you've all been waiting for me to talk about, I'm not too sure what this could be, but I think B&M's going to be up there, because there are rumours that Merlin have a free coaster deal with B&M, and the reason this is clear is because Chessington is getting a new B&M wing coaster next year. Nemesis at Alton Towers itself is getting a retrack done by B&M, and Fort Park were supposed to be getting a B&M hypercoaster according to the early Exodus plans. However, due to issues, the manufacturer's obviously been altered and the layout respectively, which obviously leaves one coaster slot left. So it seems logical that this remaining coaster would come in the form of a new coaster for Alton Towers, because although Legoland have announced a new roller coaster in the past week, it appears from the track design that this is going to be manufactured by Vekoma. It's safe to say that the coaster model is probably going to be something very unique, because when John Wardley was asked at a recent Coaster Club event about the technology coaster-wise that he's been impressed with lately, he essentially said,
"It is coming along here."
Which is another reason why I think that this new development will be in the form of a new roller coaster, and could well be a new model that we're not very familiar with that is quite innovative. B&M are obviously working on a surf coaster model, which appears to be some sort of wing coaster that you stood up on at SeaWorld in Orlando, so we may see some form of that at Alton Towers, likely in the form of a family coaster. Unfortunately, with it being David Walliams themed, I would rather see a thrill coaster at Alton Towers, to be honest, but it is what it is. We may see some form of water coaster, which would be unique. I mean, we've not seen any form of water coaster in the UK as of yet. Alton Towers have historically been very gimmicky with their coasters, trying to do world's first, or at least UK's first, and that's another reason why I think this is going to be something quite innovative, not just because of what John Wardley said, because of Alton Towers' history. So yeah, who knows, the UK's first indoor water coaster could be something on the cards. What we do know, however, is that Fort Park is hopefully going to be getting a new hypercoaster. However, it's been having a couple of issues regarding the environmental agency. Click the video on the right side of your screen to find out more information regarding the latest developments with that, and please just approve it.